Today, let us learn about types of quadrilaterals. Based on the nature of sides and angles of the quadrilateral, we can define them with different names. So here comes the first type of quadrilateral as trapezium. Trapezium is a quadrilateral with one pair of opposite sides are parallel. So here the quadrilateral to the left, in which you can identify that one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Hence, we can call them as trapezium. Whereas the quadrilateral to the right are not seen to be parallel. So they are not trapezia. Now, coming on to the next category, that is kite. In kite, it is also a quadrilateral in which two consecutive, that is two adjacent sides are equal in length. So here you can observe that AB, CD, the quadrilateral to the left, that is, here you can identify that AB, which is equal in length with AD, as well as BC, it is equal in length with CD. So we call the quadrilateral to the left are kites, whereas the quadrilaterals to the right are not. So we can define kites as a kite is a four-sided closed figure which has two consecutive pairs of the sides are of equal in length. Now, the next category of quadrilateral is parallelogram. Parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So that means when you take a pair of parallel lines, that is AB as well as CD, they are intersecting with another pair of parallel lines as AD and BC. So the enclosed area between A, B, C, D, in which you can identify opposite sides as parallel. So such figure we call them as parallelogram. Now before going to learn the properties of parallelogram, just recall the properties of parallel lines which we have learnt earlier. In parallel lines, we know that alternate interior angles are equal as well as interior angles to the same side of transversal are supplementary. That is, their total is 180 degrees. Now, here we learn the properties of parallelogram. Coming on to property 1 of parallelogram, in which it states that opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal in length. So here in the figure ABCD parallelogram, the opposite sides AB as well as CD, they are of equal length, as well as AD with BC, they are of equal length. Now the property number 2 states that the opposite angles of the parallelogram, they are of equal measure. That is, at the vertex A we have the angle A, and at vertex C we have angle C. So angle A is equal to angle C. Similarly, angle B, it is equals to angle D. Now coming on to property 3, that is adjacent angles, that is the angles which lie beside of each other. They are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of angles results as 180 degrees. So we say that the adjacent angles A and B put together 180 degrees. Similarly, angle B plus angle C results 180. Angle C and angle D total becomes as 180 degrees, as well as angle A plus angle D results 180 degrees. Now coming on to diagonals of the parallelogram. The diagonals of parallelogram, they are not equal, but they bisect each other. Bisect, which is divided into two equal parts. So here the diagonal AC and the diagonal BD, are intersected at the point O. So that results the part AO as well as OC on diagonal AC are equal in length. Similarly, BO and OD on the diagonal BD are of equal length. Now, for this, we will have a proof, that is, for the diagonals AC and BD when they intersect at the point O, it results to formation of two triangles, that is triangle AOB as well as triangle COD. As we all know that the alternate interior angles are equal and opposite sides of the parallelogram are equal. Based on that, we use the property of angle side angle congruency, and we will prove that triangle AOB is congruent to triangle COD, which results AO is equal to OC. Similarly, BO is equal to OD. The other types of quadrilaterals are rhombus. Rhombus, it is also a parallelogram, but all the sides are of equal in length. So we say that rhombus has all sides as equal, in which opposite angles are equal, but diagonals are not equal, but they perpendicularly bisect with each other. The angle between two diagonals are always 90 degrees. Now next is rectangle. Rectangle is also a parallelogram, but here each angle is 90 degrees. So it follows all the properties of parallelogram along with all angles as 90 degrees. So we can say that in rectangle, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and each angle makes out as 90 degrees. That means all angles are equal and 90 degrees. Diagonals are equal as well as they bisect with each other. The next and the best quadrilateral, we always know that it is a square. Square, it is a parallelogram in which all sides are equal as well as each angle is a right angle. So it follows all the properties. That means in a square, all sides are equal, all angles are equal, each angle 90 degrees, diagonals are equal, they directly bisect perpendicularly with each other. So here we have the different type of quadrilaterals fixed in a single chart. So the quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel, we call it as trapezium. In turn, if both the pairs of opposite sides are equal as well as parallel, then it is called as parallelogram. In a parallelogram, if each angle makes out as 90 degrees, it becomes as a rectangle. In a parallelogram, if all sides becomes as equal, then it becomes as rhombus. Pertaining to the properties of a rectangle as well as rhombus, when they put together, it results as a square in which each vertex angle is 90 and all sides are equal. So based on these foremost properties of quadrilateral, we can segregate them into these categories. By learning these properties, we can go for the construction of quadrilaterals.